What's up? It's your boy Bones. Today we're gonna take a look at the Scream Factory, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation, Collector's Edition, Blu-ray. Now this is also known as Texas Chainsaw Massacre Returns, and it does have the slip and the alternate cover, but this movie has been released before only on DVD. The title cards at the beginning of the movie are different for the director's cut and the theatrical cut. Now, I had already known that there was two different cuts because I think this is the American release. This original one. Don't ask me why I have three, because I'm sick like that. But there's two kinds, and on this version, you could actually tell the difference. And the only big difference is that at the beginning of the movie, when Zellweger's getting ready to go to the prom, it goes straight into like some pictures of her and her date taking pictures. And on the director's cut, this Canadian release, it actually shows she's getting ready, and then her stepdad like gives her a hard time, and there's like a little hint of like that he's like really abusive and stuff like that. And there's also a little bit more there's little differences. It's not a lot. It's only, I think it's only like 6 minutes. The director's cut's like 6 minutes longer than the theatrical cut. There's another scene where Vilmer's girlfriend is explaining to her like what Vilmer is and who he works for, which goes into the Illuminati part of the story and all that. And it's longer. She tells her more like that they have a chip in her brain, and if it explodes, it'll kill her, and you know. And then you have this other later release, American release, that came out after those. And then of course we have the Scream Factory release. This is the first time it's on Blu-ray. I mean, I'm a collector of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so I had to pick it up. I recently picked up the Texas Chainsaw 3 on Blu-ray, so this like for now completes my collection. But let's talk about the actual Blu-ray. First off, it has some special features. It has an interview with the director of photography. It has an interview with Tyler Cohn, who plays Barry, the jerk, and that's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good interview. He talks a lot about the production and stuff like that. And then they have one with the special effects guy and the, I guess, prop designer or whatever. It's okay. The only thing is it says behind the scene footage, and there's not really no behind the scene footage except for what they talk about in the interviews. So I mean, that's kind of pretty cheap, Scream Factory, but oh well. Now in that same point, if you want to see a good behind the scenes, go on YouTube and look up Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre documentary, and that's like a really cool in-depth look behind the way they made the movie. Ken Hinkle directed it and all that, and that's a really awesome documentary about the making of this movie, and it's on YouTube for free. And they didn't put it on here. You don't see any Renee Zellweger in here. They rarely show McConaughey, but I guess that's like rights or whatever. The film actually, like, some shots are really cleaned up and it looks like really clear, but some other shots are like really terrible, and there you could tell like it's all grainy and stuff. So At the transfer, I'll give it like a C. But it was cool to rewatch it and check it out on Blu-ray. Of course, you have the Illuminati aspect of the story. You have Vilmer's leg that's all mechanical. Um, I mean, it's a crazy story with like a lot of layers. So I mean, you gotta take it for what it's worth. Things I didn't like was like that they're not no longer cannibals. They're eating pizza. Um, I mean, I know this sucks, but I really didn't like the Leatherface, Robert Jacks. Um, the guy talks about it in the interview that he was gay, and you could kind of tell in the movie that like he's kind of effeminate. Which I mean, it doesn't make a difference, but I mean, the Leatherface he portrayed is like real weak. I think Renee Zellweger told him to shut up, and you know, that's something that you just don't do to the original Leatherface, anyways. But okay, some final thoughts. I mean, if you really need this, if you're a completist like me, go ahead and pick it up. You know, but it's not really that great. The special features are passable. Um, but like I said, if you love Texas Chainsaw Massacre, go ahead and pick it up. See you next time.
I'm gonna leave, and no one is gonna stop me.